EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway here on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On first down, Lawrence. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10. Now Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Now following the interception, here's Newton. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. On first down, Newton. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Josh Allen. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Watch 18. 18's the max. They can't hang with us.
From the 50, Newton. And that going to be taken in by Ashton Doolin.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And the Jags with 5 in the secondary now on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, a shaky start for both quarterbacks now. We had the interception on the opening drive, and now they throw it right back to him.
So does that mean we're really kind of starting from the beginning, Brandon, right? Both of them have done it, so we kind of start from scratch. Looks to me like both of these defenses have done their homework, and they're executing quite well.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Lawrence escaping the pressure right. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action. It's Lawrence. Rolling to his left. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So on 4th down, on comes the Jaguars. Jason Myers now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Back to Taylor on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it 2nd and 7. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
22, he's coming. 22's coming. Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field. 22, by 22. We all like 22. He's here.
Newton now to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room that if you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now it's 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
5 yards on the play, and it's 3rd down.
Lawrence. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't. But he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. A handoff for Etienne. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Lawrence. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Etienne. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Lawrence will throw. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 27-yard line. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
It was a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's 2nd and 10. A snap to Lawrence as he taps this forward. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Dancing to his left. Disaster there, resulting in a loss of 7 on 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Myers' kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Play action. It's Newton. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in week one, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Mark 22, Mark 22.
Great, great.
All day, defense, all day, all day. He's coming. Double up. He's coming.
To throw is Newton. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now Newton on first down. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
On 2nd down now, it's Taylor, and he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike. Check 52.
Hey! Great, great, great!
Mike 22, Mike 22. Let's get it together.
3rd and 2, Newton. That ball caught by Campbell. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, 54 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally, because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. On play action, Lawrence. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll run with Etienne. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. On first down, right back to Etienne. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Just a yard to go here on 2nd down. Now Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Third and 2, now Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd and goal, Lawrence. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. And Myers able to knock it through, and that will tie things up at 6-6. So we're back to even after the short field goal. CD, you like the decision to kick it there?
Well, I'm glad you asked me if I like it and didn't ask me if I love it, because I'm not even sure I like it, but I do get it. First job on this drive, tie the game. They did that, but now they've got to put a challenge to their offense and say, can't settle for 3 anymore, guys. We've got to get the ball in the end zone from here on out.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing, because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Oh, the option to give to Taylor here. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On second down, here's the option. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. But that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything. Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this. A 3rd down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on. And this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Perkins. And that's caught left side by Mo Alley Cox. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him, because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly. On second down, it's Taylor. And he'll go down at the 28. Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Taylor. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
22's coming, Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Now Newton. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of...
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now it's Newton.
They'll get this off to Taylor.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Newton to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time. Newton, 4th down. And he'll find Pittman. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
Here's Newton. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
And remember, field goal does them no good in this situation.
You got to think they should be taking some shots for the end zone soon. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Newton. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Now Newton. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost a fever pitch. Down 1 is tempted to go for 2. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd carried into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans are holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Now Blankenship on for the PAT. And we may very well be headed to overtime. All square now at 13-all as he sends this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Colts will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL...
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
And it's been loud in here so far. A quick throw complete to Chark. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Etienne. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Two minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. 2nd and 2. Another tote for Etienne. And he stopped immediately there. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2. Running out of the gun with Etienne. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. And he rifles one incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Etienne. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Shaping up to be a very efficient opening drive here in overtime.
And can you feel the tension building? Because I'm feeling it. All right, I've got the sweaty palms here with each play because of the enormity of what's going on. Each play means so much in overtime, and they're handling it well as this drive continues.
On second down, ETN once more.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive.
Now Lawrence.
Rolling to his right. Oh, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off.
And the Colts are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
First throw in overtime for Newton. Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that will be it. And how about that to start a season, Charles? Both teams 0-0-1.
Say that again?
Yeah, 0-0-1.
That is